Okay, sorry I'm a little late. I was having some technical difficulties with the live software. I had to update it. So anyway, we are starting off our month of making foundations. Sorry, getting my water bottle. Starting off our month of making foundations, and I'm just going to do a little preview here. I think I'm going to go live again later in the week, but we have a sponsor for this week, and it is so exciting. Jacqueline, good afternoon. Our sponsor is My Body Model, okay? And so I've got my body model here. Okay. Really exciting. Anyway, some of you may have actually crowdfunded My Body Model when Erica started it out. And anyway, she's made like some improvements to it and stuff, and I'm really excited about it. And I printed off My Body Model, and I'm going to show you some stuff about that in a little bit here. But, Fred says she has a loading swirl. Should be good. Let's see here. Okay, can everybody see me? All right. Well, I hope so. Anyway, maybe this will be a terrible live broadcast. Let's start over. So, hello and welcome to the Self-Sewn Wardrobe. I'm Mallory Donahue, and I am your host. Anyway, we're starting off Foundations Month. There we go. We're starting off Foundations Month, and we have a sponsor for this month, and it is My Body Model. Oh, I keep holding this on the wrong side of the screen, and I am so excited about this. We helped to get the word out about My Body Model when Erica was crowdfunding it. And it is a software program where it's web-based, okay, so it's called a web-based app, where you enter in your body measurements, and then it gives you a download, okay, that you can print off. And guys, this is me. Like, here, I'm gonna put up a photo. Here, let's see. I'm going to take these things away for the moment. And I'm going to put up a photo of my body model. Here she is. Beautiful. And I looked at this and I thought, I mean, yeah, you know what's really me on here is those curvy, wrong, oh, this is really confusing. The curvy calves. That's what my arms look like, okay? I used one of the new and improved features, actually, on My Body Model. I used the bust height adjustment, and so that was really helpful. I'm very long-waisted. Like, there's a lot of room from my waistline to my crotch. Like, I feel like I'm different in that part of my body than other people. But yeah, those calves, those are my calves, and I'll show y'all. All I need to add to My Body Model, look, is some little nipple marks there. And like, that is me. Oh, I should have held my arms out in that picture. Look, I'm finding the sweet spot between the pictures here. But yeah, this is me. This is going to make it easy for me to sketch things. That long-waisted part of me is kind of the part of my body that gives me the most trouble. So I have a lot of room there, like a lot of height. But I also kind of have a belly there. So anyway, envisioning lines and proportions that will make me happy there, I think is a really exciting thing. So like I said, I used some of the new features on My Body Model that are included now, and that is the bust height adjustment, and then also a hip curve adjustment, okay? So if you're someone who has, you know, we all have just such a different distribution of muscle and fat in our bodies that can change. But based on those body measurements, I got an excellent body model off of this. So when we talk about foundations, this is what's so exciting, and this is why I think this sponsor is super relevant to us, is that we get into a lot of other issues. We're going to get into issues like menstruation, about body image, what does it mean and how does it make it feel, you know, for you or for other people to use different types of words like full figured or plus size or even the word fat. How does that make each of us feel? I also am working on a blog post that I've been wanting to publish for years, I guess, and it's going to be called The Squishiness of You. And this is going to talk about how parts of our bodies, and everyone's different, will have different levels of firmness and softness, and how we personally may want to make garments fit tighter or looser in those areas, depending on our style preferences, depending on what that garment is supposed to do for us, okay? Depending on how we want to look. So that is all up to you. So when we talk about those things about our bodies, I think it's really important that everyone gets to make those choices. So yeah, I've got someone working on a menstrual hack for the floozy doozies and working on that squishy article. We've also gotten into a little bit of talk about things, some stereotypes that can come up in regards to clothing, issues of privilege, etc. And underwear is such a hot topic for issues around, gender, around sex, things like that. So I'll be sharing some underwear history with you as well. So we'll be going back to the past, talking about how underwear used to be, how it is now, and how you want it to be as well. So I'm pretty excited for Foundations Month. I'm pretty stoked. But I'm going to have deals on the Floozy Doozy undies as well throughout the month. And then also, if you are a Backstitch member or a Zigzag member, let me get this up on the screen here. You move to this side. There we go. You have the So Long and So Happy zine in your profile right now, okay? So this is my butt next to my globe. This is a globe that was my dad's, and now it's in my bedroom, and I think it's kind of a neat thing. It's very outdated. I think it's very pretty. And I was like, there's just so much to talk about with foundations. So if you've made your made-to-measure leggings, if you've made them, all right, you have the tools right now to go make your made-to-measure stockings, okay? And it's actually not that difficult. I say this because I was getting this zine all written up. I had written all the instructions. I had taken pictures, done all these illustrations. And then I realized that I had overcomplicated the process of creating these stockings, and that actually, in some ways, I think my original way was wrong. Objectively wrong. So, I realized this. Actually, what I did was I went and played with my kids. I was working, and then my husband was like, I gotta, do a couple things. Okay, I'll take a break, and I'll play with the kids, So, it was on a weekend. And I realized while I was playing with them that I was like, oh my gosh, this method is the right way. This method is the way where it will turn out the best. This method is easier than what I was doing before, and I have to rewrite all the instructions, even though it's easier. So, I had to go and do that. So, these stockings have a back seam and a crotch seam and a foot to them, okay? So, that is what you are getting. And then you can see in the picture, I chose to finish off my stockings with the Power Net waistband, okay? So that is a different hack, a modification, if you will, whatever. It's available on the blog right now. That's for free. So the zine is at, hold on, I should write this down for all to see. The zine is at sewhere.com/zine. And so you can pick that up. If you are not a member, you can just buy this one issue of the zine, and it's $9.99. So it's, this month's February 2019. That's what year it is. I almost said 2014. February 2019, and you will just get that modification. So we publish this zine every month, and it's just bonus content, and you pay for it either by being a member or by buying it on its own, and it helps to support the costs of running the admin, of the group. So it's some, bonus content, and I'm so excited about these stockings. This is why I bring up the squishiness factor, okay? Because our leggings class has you create leggings that are made to your measurements, okay? When you make your stockings, I didn't find that I had to tighten up much, but I did make my waistband a little smaller. And I write about this in the zine. The stockings, since they have feet, they exert like a downward pressure upon, the garment as you're wearing it, of course, because it's going around your foot. And you don't want to get wrinkles near your ankle, so it's not like you want to, add length or anything. But I needed my Power Mesh or Power Net waistband to be a little tighter. And I'm going to write about this, but right now my stomach, like my abdominal area, is like super squishy. Like, there have been different times in my life where it's been harder and softer, and that doesn't necessarily mean like, more muscle. Like, different people put on muscle and fat in different ways, and so I ended up making mine a lot more compressive up there, and it's still very comfortable. I wouldn't want to wear a pair of like trousers this tight, but would I want to wear a pair of stockings this tight? Yes, to keep them up. And of course, stockings are supposed to be like a second skin. But that's the thing, is we think about all this, like these sizes and, size, 8, size 14, size 2, size 22, blah, 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 blah. And these sizes are, standardized, averaged out measurements used by the industry. And that's fine, but we may want things to fit differently even than the size we're in. And I think this is especially important in things like shapewear and underwear. Some people like things tighter than other people. Some people are looking for, actual body measurement reduction. Okay? There are people who wear undergarments like corsets and things like that, and they're like, oh yeah, I can get a much curvier silhouette in this dress or whatever, because I'm wearing this undergarment. And Gertie, actually, she just posted about that. She's like, I wear this corset under this dress. I get a 3 introduction to my waist when I'm wearing this. So that's what she wants in that dress. Great. For me, a lot of my like shapewear wants or needs are more about like the smoothing effect, which actually has a little bit more to do with the shape, height of the garment, etc., versus like the tightness of the garment. I'm not trying to do like necessarily actual body modification. So anyway, I am wearing my tights in this photo, and they are up to my waist, which I showed you in my body model here. I'll get the sweet spot there. Look at, it's a high waist, everybody. And I'm not a tall person. It's just like all of my height is like between my crotch and my waist. I'm actually kind of I'm on the shorter end. I'm 5'4". So I don't want stockings that are digging into like my widest parts. Okay. Like my softest parts, my belly, I want it up there on my narrowest waist part. Okay. So that's where I'm going. That's what I'm going for when I am making, garments like that, foundation garments, etc. And, do I want it to be the same in every pair of pants or trousers? Maybe not. Or in every pair of underwear? Maybe not. But the founder of My Body Model, Erica, she has got a really good deal for us. Let me explain how this works. I explained it in the Sewing Out Loud podcast this month. We're going monthly. This week. What you do on the website is you buy credits, okay? So, you buy a download credit, and you enter in your body measurements, and you get to see a preview of your body model, okay? And then, you get to print that out. When you get those credits, they come in packages, I think of like 1, 3, or 5. And so 1 credit is like $29, and I can't remember how much 3 is, but 5 credits are like $59. So you're much better off going with like the higher number of credits, okay? And so I only need this one for me right now. I would probably wait for like a significant change in my body to create a new body model. But the neat thing is that if you enter code SEW here at the website, you're going to get 15% off. So that's kind of exciting that we get to do that with my body model. But yeah, so I bought 4 credits. So I have a body model. Mom's going to get a body model. And then I have to costume a show next month, and there are 2 actors in it. So, hey, I'm going to see if this will work. Fred, are the credits restricted to 1 household? Don't know. But Erica is in this group, so perhaps we could ask her. That's a really good question. But this code is only good until February 9th. Okay? We may, possibly have codes in the future. I don't know. But I would really recommend, jumping on here. And those of you, I think it was Megan, she mentioned that that her body model wasn't coming out right. And I would really recommend contacting Erica and figuring that out, because I took my measurements, and I know your body, Megan, and I think that, just because I've seen so many pictures of it, I think we should be able to figure this out together, okay? And then the one adjustment that is new in their newer version, okay, is this bust height adjustment. Now, it's not an actual measurement you take. You get the preview of your body model. Here, I'll just keep holding this up, I guess. You get the preview of your body model, and I could just tell that the boobs were like slightly too high, okay, high on the body. And I actually measured myself without a bra on because of the state of my boobs. You may measure with a bra on, and she recommends measuring in the undergarments that you will be wearing. So I had my own reasons for doing that. The size, the shape of my boobs, what I am wearing most of the time right now. And so I lowered them a little bit. And then I thought, this line here that delineates the edge of the breast, I thought, that looks a bit curvy, But then I took this selfie, and I was like, oh, no. Yeah, that's kind of what my boobs look like. So, anyway. I think that this selfie shows that my body model is actually really on to what I look like, with like that longer waist. I kind of have very straight up and down torso. I personally like to play around with color blocking for my body. And I like that sort of traditional hourglass silhouette. It's kind of just what, what do I want to say? It's what floats my boat, okay? So, but I don't have an hourglass silhouette. Like, if you just, if you saw me in my leggings and my very tight tank top, and I'm very, like straight up and down. So I like to color block a little bit just to create like some interest on my body. Now, some people prefer like boxier garments, or they don't mind kind of that straight up and down silhouette, and that's everybody's choice. But yeah, that is what I want to go for. Also, the just the distribution of volume on things like skirts and stuff like that, I think is something that I like to sketch out ahead of time and see, what actually is gonna like look good. And I really wanted to create like something where you take a picture of your body and it kind of does a croquis for you. But honestly, I think this is awesome, and this would be a great thing to add to your self-sewn wardrobe planner. And you can, of course, draw undies on there. Duh. Okay. All right. So that's our kickoff for Foundations Month. I think I'm going to go live again later this week to talk about, hopefully, a blog post that's getting published. And then, would you all like a video of me constructing the stockings? I can do that. I would use the magic of technology and pre-record that, the stitching and everything, and be able to do that. So if you all want me to do that, let me know. I can talk about that a little bit. But if you are a Backstitch or a Zigzag member, everybody, this is in your downloads. I'm going to move over here. You got this, okay? So you have the instructions. There we go. You have the instructions for creating your own made-to-measure stockings. You can, you can, what I want to say, tweak them a little bit. If you wish, you can do things like that. But you've got this in your download. So if you've already done the made to measure leggings class, made to measure made to measure legging class, you've got that and you're good to go. And then if you just want to buy that as an add-on, if you've gotten the class already, then it's $9.99. And so that made to measure leggings class, it can go far. It can make a lot of different things. Oh, the other thing I want to do, you can't see my cursor on the screen, so that's, I wish it had a little pointy thing. But I want to make made to measure stockings that are actually like cotton lycra, like to here, and then sheer fabric all the way down, like maybe a lace or something like that that's a little bit more precious or expensive or something, and you can use that more delicate fabric where it's actually going to be seen, and then use something else, maybe something a little more absorbent, maybe, you know, all that, you know, anything you want there. Fred says, with this software, we can see your butt and your face all at one time. That's right. Now, I could probably manage it without software, but I'm not going to try today. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching. Welcome to Foundations Month. You'll also see I've got a ton of lingerie inspiration going up. I love to look at underwear. Someone commented and was like, oh, I might need to take a break because I don't like to look at underwear. And I was like, oh, yeah, you might, because I'm going to be posting so much underwear. So I'm sorry if that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love looking at underwear. There are things that I don't like to look at, okay, for sure, but underwear is something that I do enjoy looking at. Love to get inspiration. Shoot, I might just even do an inspiration live where I, like, bring on screenshots all my favorite underwear. That would be fun. Maybe like a shopping trip, like a design trip. That would be fun, right? Tell me if you'd like that too. All right, everybody. So if you want to support My Body Model, and by doing so, also support the Self-Sewn Wardrobe Group, check it out. You can get a croquis, a body model, on which to do your sketching. And you can get 15% off the credits, okay, that you buy on mybodymodel.com. Go to mybodymodel.com and use the code SEWHERE. That's SEWHERE in order to get that, okay? All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll be live again later this week. I'll schedule that very soon. All right, bye-bye.